Breast milk nourishes, protects, and builds the foundation for a child's future.
Breast milk acts as a baby's first vaccine, shielding them from deadly illnesses like diarrhea and pneumonia, while also providing every vitamin, every mineral, enzyme, and antibody needed for their survival and growth.
At the launch of the World Breastfeeding Week at Sheraton Hotel Kampala, under the theme Prioritize Breastfeeding, Create Sustainable Support Systems, Uganda Country Director Damali Ssali reminded the nation that only 48% of children under 6 months are breastfed worldwide.
At GAIN, we work to reduce poor nutrition with a focus on the first 1,000 days of life. That is when nutrition has the greatest impact on survival, on brain development, and future potential. Poor nutrition during this window of the first 1,000 days leaves scars that last a lifetime. These include stunting, impaired brain function, weak immunity, and chronic disease, and a cycle of poverty, malnutrition that passes from one generation to the next. So our mission is to break that cycle through food fortification, through maternal and infant nutrition programs, through workforce nutrition support, through empowering small businesses to produce affordable, nutritious foods, and advocating for policies that prioritize early child nutrition.
Ugandan mothers, however, are well placed statistically, but challenges still remain.
I was really happy to note when Laura was presenting from the Ministry of Health that showed that actually Uganda, we are way above the global average. So we should give kudos to Ugandan mothers who are at least at 80% where we are breastfeeding our kids.
Most areas in Uganda, such as Busega Market, are predominantly filled with mothers and their babies. Their day often begins as early as 3 a.m., with mothers struggling to find safe spaces to place and feed their children. Through GAIN Uganda, Damali Ssali is advocating for the establishment of safe breastfeeding rooms, not only in public spaces like markets, but also in corporate workplaces.
So as we are thinking about workforce nutrition, let's think about all the classes of women. So this Busega market woman will give birth today, and tomorrow or the day after, she has to go back to work because she again has to feed the child. She'll go with her 2-day-old baby in that particular market, and she will have nowhere to feed them. I'm happy that KCCA in a way has infrastructure that can enable these breastfeeding rooms to be facilitated, and that woman really needs to be facilitated. With regards to the corporate woman who may have the luxury of 3 months, even after you come back to work, you may actually not have a breastfeeding area to breastfeed your child. So you're at your desk and you have to express, and you do it in public. There's no privacy there. So we need to be able to also support those mothers who are corporate, who are working, and they still have to go back to work after 3 months.
In harnessing the power of breast milk, Damali Ssali gives it a new name, liquid gold.
This liquid gold is more valuable than diamond, and it can't be bought anywhere, can't be manufactured anywhere, except in a mother's breast. And every drop lies protection, strength, and love. With those few remarks, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to me.
We may not know at what price it comes, but as we celebrate World Breastfeeding Week, one would wish to stop by a nearby specialty breastfeeding point and acquire themselves at least a drop of this wonderful liquid gold. Chris Biondo, UBC.